What is going on, everyone? It's your boy Kuhl. Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be making a trap beat for D Block Europe. So for my fellow Americans who may not know who DBE is, D Block Europe, I'm just going to give a quick summary of who they are, what kind of music they make. D Block Europe, they are a trap duo from the UK consisting of Young Ads and Dirtbike LB. They do melodic trap music, mainly rapping on synth and guitar inspired trap beats. Honestly, if I had to give two artists that I would compare them to the most, it would probably be Ray Shremmerd and Lil Baby. Ray Shremmerd with that group dynamic, and Lil Baby, he's sort of like the biggest trap artist, on the melodic sort of wave. So yeah, we're gonna be making a beat like them today, starting with the melody. And as I mentioned, they like to do guitar type stuff, so I got a guitar based melody from my latest Loot Kit exclusive with my boy Vaco. Link to download that for free is gonna be in the top of your screen right now if you want to grab it, follow along, whatever. But yeah, let's just take a listen. Alright, so we got a sort of a wavy melody. Let's start with the drums. The first thing I'm going to do is the clap, and nothing complex about that. We're just going to have it hit on the third beat of every measure here. So boom, we're done. Clap is done. The next thing we're going to be adding in is the hi-hat. What I've noticed about DBE songs is they really don't have a lot of songs that are popular that have your two-step hi-hat pattern. That is, if I were to fill like two steps, it's going to be your 16th note. Sounds like this. DBE sort of beats, they like to chop up the hi-hat patterns, have sort of a unique bounce to it. For this tutorial, I'm just going to be messing around with the bounce, and I advise you to do the same. Just make sure that you can catch a flow on it, like rap on the beat that you make. Like, it doesn't even need to be rapping, you can just be like, as long as you, sort of can catch a flow, then a rapper will be able to do the same. So let's just have some fun with it. Yeah, so just some wavy sort of bounce on the hi-hats here. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to be adding in is the 808. Something I noticed about a lot of DBE songs is they like to have shorter duration 808s, like your plug 808, overused 808, Pierre 808, all girls are the same 808. Those are all examples. I got the plug 808. And, short duration as opposed to like maybe an 808 that is longer duration. Like most drill 808s have really long durations. So, just keep that in mind. Not saying that all their songs have these sort of 808s, but, just something I've noticed. So I'm just going to mess around with the 808 and find a cool pattern that works. Yeah, so those are our 808s, nothing crazy. Next, I'm going to move on to adding in some perks. We got a counter snare here and just two other sounds I thought were cool, so let's just add these in. Yeah, so nothing crazy, you know, we're just adding some bounce. Next thing I'm gonna do is add in a kick. You know, I got a trap kick, so it's not gonna be as hard hitting as you know, the normal drill kicks you're used to on the channel. But I'm just gonna line it up with the 808 more or less, and you know, just let it add some extra oomph. Yeah, nothing crazy. Yeah, so that's about it for the beat. I'm just gonna add some additional stuff when I start arranging. Before we get into arranging, I just want to, you know, outline what I did on the mix here. Have a compressor on the master and a soft clipper. You know, all the compressor's doing is just making it louder. You know, I'm turning it up before it goes into the compressor and after to have the gain up. People just associate louder with better most of the time, so if you can make your beats loud without distorting the sound of the beat, then go ahead and make it loud and people will think it's better. When it comes to effects on the actual mix, I really don't have that much. I have a sausage fattener, which is just distortion on the kick. I have that side chained to the 808, you know, just so the 808 will duck out when the kick comes in a little bit, make a little more space. And then on the melody, this is a just slight high pass filter, and that's it. So when it comes to arranging the beat, what I think I want to do is just have, you know, an instrumental or just melodic intro here. And I want to bring in a sub bass with this handy dandy riser effect I grabbed ahead of time because I'm extremely prepared here on the Kuhl channel. And yeah, so I'm just going to add a sub bass in here, I think, you know, right for this intro section right before it drops. But yeah, sub bass is done. It just follows the root notes, you know, nothing crazy. Just want to give a few arrangement tips while I'm arranging. The first is when you have the 808 set on the specific setting that I have it set on, and that is the cut self. So basically the 808 will keep playing until another note is encountered and where it will drop off and let the other note play, and it's really helpful. You know, as you can see, I'm just tapping in these little tiny notes and just letting them play. You know, it makes life easy. But you'll notice that if I let it play here, like when I want to cut it out, it's still there. It's still like lingering on. So in order to get rid of that, what you got to do is just cook up a new pattern, come into the 808, add in whatever note you want, and just turn the velocity all the way down. That way the software will recognize that, hey, we got another note, but it's not playing anything because the velocity is all the way down, so it's just going to cut out. So perfect. Also, another arrangement tip that I like to do, so this is the chorus right here, this section. And as you can see, I have less elements in the first section than I do in the second section. What I like to do is I like to start off with just the 808 and, you know, the drums, and then come in with the kick, you know, and like the flute and, you know, some of the other melodic stuff. The reason why I like to do that is when the 808 comes in first, you know, it's hitting and people are like, damn, this goes hard, right? But when you bring in the kick, it adds another level of hardness, a new dimension of hardness, you know what I'm saying?
What do you mean by that?
So like you're like, okay, the 808's hard, but then the kick comes in, you're like, it's even harder, you know, there's levels of this hardness, you know? You can stagger your kick and your 808. They all don't always have to be playing together. You can swap them out and stuff. Another little thing I like to do when arranging, especially trap beats, is to chop up the beat a little bit. This is done really well on Nookie, which is DBE's song with Lil Baby, which by the way has an S tier Baby feature. You know, if you're a Lil Baby fan or just like Lil Baby in general, definitely go listen. Really good verse. But the producer, Nathaniel London, shout out to him, hard beat. He just chops up the beat, you know, in all these crazy spots. And, you know, he's not doing anything super crazy, but when the rapper starts flowing over all these chops and stuff, it's crazy, you know? Don't overdo it, but we're just gonna add a little bit of chops in here. Yeah, so let's take a listen to this chop that I just added in. Does that not go hard, bro? That's crazy, man. Yeah, that's about all the advice I really have for arrangement. Just make sure your beat's a good length, you know, don't have it be crazy like 5 minutes or like a minute, you know. Try to keep it like 2 to, I would say 4 minutes tops. You know, this one's like 3:30, so you know it's somewhat on the longer side, but you know it's still a pretty good length for a track. But yeah, that's enough about arrangement. Let's take a listen to the final beat. So yeah, guys, that is making a trap beat for D Block Europe DBE. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, you know, go down, drop a like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, you know, boost the algorithm, whatever. If you guys want to see a trap melody tutorial too, let me know, because I know I just used a loop for this. Would love to make a separate tutorial just focusing in on melodies. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Next week got a new loop kit, so I'll see you guys later.